All looks good. Time to show this off, huh? Been talking about Dissidia for a while now, so now to finally show it off. Now, because I'm using BlueStacks, it's a little bit laggy, or it takes a lot longer to load versus playing on the phone itself. Yeah, normally it's not this slow, but it's an emulator. What do you do? There we go. Finally loading in. Yeah, my daily login stuff. Oh, the stream, that's right. And there are my dailies. That's easy to do. The rewards. Okay. No, we're good. Just gonna claim my stuff. Okay. Where do I start? That I am not sure. What do we got for these? Ultima missions. Oh no, that's not right. It's all new because, you know, I had to transfer stuff. I think I'm gonna have that series. There we go. Maybe I don't need it there, but... Yeah, I think I'll cover this bit later. Hopefully... I'll cover that. I think I'll cover that later. And missions? Anything new that I gotta do? Okay, 40 with Krish. Oh, that's easy. Get Bahamut as my summon. Yuna. Okay, that's just doing the new event. Hey, Hot Corn Dog, how's it going? I barely showed anything, so... Right now, these are the... I'm just looking at my missions, so... For early June, for 16 days, you do all this. You get the rewards that are in these corners. And if you do basically a bingo, you get these rewards. I'll explain what they are later. So okay, good, I already did all this. Okay. Where to start? Okay. Let's say you're new to this, you boot this up right now, and you only have a few seconds to find out basically find out like the very smallest detail until you can look stuff up later. If I had to tell you one important thing, uh, this is slower due to BlueStacks, but what do you do? Come on. Oh no, please don't do this to me. Why is it not showing up? Okay, there we go. Ah, great. Come on. Did everything froze up? Am I still alive? What's going on? Can my laptop not handle this? It looks fine. Is the audio still working? My audio is still working. Ah, great. Oh, there's always problems, isn't there? All these technical difficulties, isn't there? Okay, what's wrong? What's wrong? And you're back. I don't know what's happening. The game crashed. I had to boot it back up. No, like, I don't know what's happening. Well, let's shut this down. Okay. Let's try loading it back up. Okay. Technical difficulties right now. Fit to screen. If it crashes again, I might have to swap to uh, the screen sharing on my phone, but we'll definitely lose visual quality, that's for sure. Oh great, come on. I can't I don't know what's happening. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to swap to the phone capture. Because, like, if it's gonna crash on me, then that's worse than the visual quality. This is gonna take a little bit. Okay. Back up. Let me try to adjust things. Can I adjust things? No, it has to be like this. Okay. Where is... Alright. Okay. I can't move the screen. I'm gonna do one thing. Oh. There we go. I did it wrong, that's why. I'm gonna do one thing before I show that off. I want to do like a do not disturb sort of thing. Where is it? Very professional, right? Well, I think I'll just leave it as is. I'll figure it out later. And... Okay. We'll see how this goes. Oh, right. I will need to transfer back. Just in case I want to, just in case something shows off. Hold on. Transfer... looks like we're all okay. No, I just blame my my laptop that probably can't handle all this. It's not the best laptop. So we're gonna deal with bad visual quality here and there, but hey, it works, right? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But as you can kind of already tell, it already loads a lot faster. So yeah, that's a huge difference. You know what, I'm gonna maybe do this. Okay. And see, there's already visual quality. We're probably just going to be dealing with that. So what I was going to say, if you need to know very small amount of information, you click on the Moogle symbol on the bottom left, Dissidia points. Every day you can do a daily mission to get Dissidia points. Every week, get the Power Stone here. On the left side. Even if you don't know what it is, make sure to get it every week. You only get one of these per week. That is something you should, that is a must do. If you're strong enough, you could do the elite hunt ones on the left, or on the right, I mean. That is also something to consider, but if you're starting out, maybe you don't want to do that. So I'm going to missions. Oh, okay. I could claim that. I feel the game is very generous. If you back it up to like the beginning of this, when I first logged in, there was a recent Dissidia stream that they do every month, and I just got like 4,000 gems, or 5,000. That's close enough to do a daily draw. Not a daily draw. I'll show that. But in the dailies, please. Okay. To get all this, you know, some money, 300 Dissidia points, materials to power up your weapon, materials to power up your armor, some feathers for free level ups, basically, and 100 gems. All you need to do is one mission. That's it. One mission. It could be anything. It could be the easiest mission you can ever see, and you'll get all that. That's the bare minimum you can do. Let's try... Let's go to quest very quick. Okay, so this is where the main story happens. There are 3 acts. This is currently Act 1 in here. This is where you would normally start out. We are currently in Act 3. And where is it? And at the moment, we just got Chapter 7, Part 2. So Chapter 7 is all done. And from that, we got a new character, Cisne, from Final Fantasy VII. And one thing I'm going to show off, if I go into... Let's just go in here. I don't know if you notice anything, but there's no stamina meter. You know how you play Fire Emblem Heroes. There's a stamina bar. There's not one here. You could do as much story stuff as you want. Let's show off events. So these are the current missions. This one in the top left is the one that just popped up. These are the multiplayer raids and stuff like that. Limited time, you could get some rewards. You can do those as much as you want. Down here, the important stuff are these crystals, which I'll talk more in a sec, and money. Again, you can do that as much as you want. So you could level grind all your characters if you really want to. Alright. The only time stamina is a thing is World of Illusions. That's kind of where the current thing is. That is the only place stamina is used. So I think that automatically makes it better than most other ones. Anyway, let's go with... Okay, you know, I have enough gems to do a poll. So every day you can do a free single draw that's just... You most likely get junk. These are the current polls. Now, I'm going to do this one for my multi-draw. And there's a reason for it. I'm going to move this for a second just because my face is blocking. In the top left corner, you see the Moogle symbol with the green gold and 80. Keep that in mind. I'm going to move it back. So I'm going to do the multi-draw, 10 plus 1. The plus 1, the 11th one, is always going to be at least a good weapon. It's always going to be a 5-star weapon at the very least, so... It'll be at least... I think this one on the Shaho Shuriken is one that will... That's like the weakest weapon. As well as the Lust Dagger and the Thyrus. For those specific characters. You can do hard missions and quests. For story mode, it just automatically had it to normal. And I didn't have it set to hard. The only, I tried to do every mission I can. The only ones that I have trouble with are the super hard missions like Lufenia and Lufenia Plus. Yes, I know that. I'm so... Yeah, those, Act 3 stuff, the only ones I need to do is Lufenia Plus. And Lufenia, I'm not that good at those. Yeah, not really that great of a pull. But I got the weapon that I was missing anyway. And I might as well just use my free draw on... what do I need? I will use it on this. Nothing good. I have a lot of characters that could probably fit the bill. I'm just not good at it. And I am willing to get some tips for those. You know what? I think now might be a good time to show off my characters. Just to show off what I have and what I don't have. Just so you see what I got. I had to transfer stuff back, so things are kind of in the default settings right now. This might be a long bit, but Warrior of Light, he has his burst. I gave him his Lufenia armor. I managed to do it once, but not much more. He has everything. He has his limited, stuff like that. Let's see. Garland, just his EX, plus not even fully leveled up. He has his limited weapon. None of it... I don't have any of the abilities equipped from the... What was it? The character boards. You've done them all, but Bahamut, Lufenia, bring one up and you could give him a few. Also... Okay! I have not messed with the spheres, and that is only because I just do not know who to give them to. I know I need to use them, but I just have no idea who to give those to. And I probably have a good amount. Firion has his limited. Okay, let's make this a little bit easier. Everyone has all of their... Everyone has their EX weapon, at the very least. Everyone has maxed out their 15 and 35 weapons, not counting Cisne. That's the exception because she just... because she's the most recent character, so I haven't gotten to... So it's really a matter of which ones has their boosts, which one has their burst, and they're limited. Maria has limited. Come on, move. Let's see. Leon has his limited weapon. Guy does not, and as you can see, I didn't power him up. Layla does have her limited, but her EX is not powered up. This might take a bit, but, you know, what do you do? Emperor has his burst, and he has everything. Onion Knight has his limited. Come on. Dash has his limited. Cloud of Darkness has her limited weapon. There are some characters that I just don't have them for. Zonde has his limited, but he's not fully powered up. Cecil has his limited. And Paladin has his burst, as well as everything else. Edge does not have his limited. Yang does. Kane does not. I do not have Kane's limited. Palom does not. Rydia has her limited, but she's not powered up. Rosa has her limited. Porum has her limited, but not powered up. Edward has his, but not powered up. Golbez does not have his limited. Theodore has his, but not fully powered up. Ursula has hers, but not fully powered up. Come on. There we go. Bartz has everything. Galif has his limited. Ferris does not have her limited. Kryl, whatever his name is pronounced, has her limited. Lena has hers. Come on. Gilgamesh I do not have his limited for. X-Death has his burst, and he has everything else. Terra has her burst and everything else. Locke has his burst and everything else with it. Shadow does not have his limited. Setzer has his limited. Sabin does not. And I did fully power up his normal weapon anyway, but yeah. Cyan has his limited weapon. I'm just doing this just to show off what I have, and this is going to take a while, but yeah. Edgar does not have his limited. Celis has her limited. Realm has... she doesn't even have a limited to begin with right now. I do not have Gauss. Thought I did. Oh well. Strago has his limited weapon. Mog has his. Yeah, there's a lot of characters that you don't even use. That's kind of true. I think Realm is one of them. I have Leo's limited. Again, I have basically every weapon minus out limited, because that's the newest stuff. Kefka has his. Cloud has his limited. Tifa has hers. Yuffie does not have hers. I do not have Yuffie's limited. Let me know if I'm going too fast or if I'm not going fast enough. Vincent has his limited, but not fully powered up. Aerith has her limited. Sid has his limited. Ketchi has his limited. Barrett has his limited. Sephiroth has his. You just give each character their own with 2 other refines until you start doubling up. So is that a good rule of thumb, that their own sphere is good on their own character? Because I wasn't sure about that. And I didn't want to use him up. Reno has his limited, but as you can see, he's not really powered up. Brood also has his limited, but not fully powered up. Kadaj has his limited, but not powered up. Right. I still am gonna just say it anyway, just in case. Zack has everything. Cisne, new character. I have all of her weapons, but she's not powered up. Because, you know, I gotta work on those weapons. Selk. I thought I had her limited. Guess not. Squall has his. Laguna has his limited. Zell has his. Irvine has his. Quistis has hers. Yeah, I need a power up. I'm assuming you're talking about Quistis. If you change to a character with their EX Master and press and hold the weapon, you can see what sphere they get. Oh, I know that, so like... So like, Selfie, I have hers. Again, I just don't know, like, is the sphere they get good on them, is Selfie's sphere good for Selfie? And that goes for every other character. Is Sephiroth's sphere good for Sephiroth? Or should they be used somewhere else? That I just never figured out. And I didn't want to mess with it until I found, like, more definitive answers. I do not have Selfie's limited. That's their personal sphere, but is it built for them? You're implying yes, so I should definitely take advantage of that. I just never found a definitive answer. Renoa has hers. Cypher has his. I'll definitely make sure to do that soon. I thought I had Raijin's. Oh no, I do have his limited. Wait, hold on. Oh no, I do have it, I just haven't fully powered it up yet. And for... Yeah, I see that it tells me what the sphere does. But because it's kind of hard to get these, it makes me hesitant to want to use them. But I do need to use them. But it sounds like you're saying it's a safe bet to say Raijin Sphere works for Raijin. So... yeah. Fujin has hers. Ultimecia has burst and everything else. Zidane has his burst and everything else. Vivi has his limited. Steiner has his limited, but not fully powered up. Aiko does not have her limited. Okay. Garnet has her limited. Freya does not have her limited. Beatrix does have her limited. By the way, I have not spent a dime on this. This is all free to play. Kuja has his. I've been playing for more than 2 years. Titus has his limited. Eunice fully powered up with her burst. Well, as much as I could do at the moment. Waka has his limited but not powered up. Oron has his. Lulu has... she doesn't even have a limited yet. Kamari has his limited, but not fully powered up. Seymour has his... he has his limited, but not fully powered up. No, he is fully powered up. What am I talking about? Jack does not have his limited. Pain does not have hers. Shantoto has hers. Well, she just popped up, so I don't have it. Lion does have her limited. Louisette does not have her limited. Ampma? I never figured out how to pronounce her name. I never played 11. She has her limited. Or, she also has hers. Iroha has hers, but not fully powered up. He has his, but not fully powered up. Elnarch has his burst, so everything below that. Vaughn has everything. Pinello has her limited. Balthier has his limited. Ash has hers. Fran does not have hers. Hopefully I could get it from this poll. Bosch has his. They can work with others, but that's what you're gonna worry about once you could double up on spheres. Okay. Okay, I'll keep that in mind for now. Vane has his burst, he has everything. Gabaronth has his. Lude? I never played Revelant Wings, and I don't even think that has voice acting. He has his. Lightning has hers. Saz does have his. Hope has his limited weapon, but not fully powered up. Vanille does not have her limited, sadly. Snow has his. Fane has hers. Sid has his. Sarah does have her limited. Noel has his limited. Caius has his burst and everything below that. Yashtal has her burst and everything below that. Yida has her limited. Wait, I thought I got hers recently. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I got her limited, it just needs to be powered up. He does not have his. He does not have his. She does have her limited, not fully powered up. And I don't have his either. Noctis has his limited. Prompto has his. Ignis has his. Gladio does have his limited, but not fully powered up. Core does have his limited, but not fully powered up. Same with Ardang. Arden, whatever you pronounce. Arana has her limited. Ramza has his burst, everything below that. Agrias does not have her limited. Ace has his burst, everything below that. Rem does have her limited. King does not have his. I do not have Caters. Sevens I have not. I do not have her limited. Deuce. I do have hers. As you can see, I powered up her weapon, but not her armor yet. However you pronounce her name, I do not have hers. Machina has his burst and everything below that. 8 does have his limited, not fully powered up. Jack has... yeah, he does have his limited. Trey has his limited. As you can see, once I got into Type O, I don't have their armors fully maxed. I'm very close to maxing out their armor. 9 has his limited. Queen has hers. Kurasame has his. He has his burst and everything below that. Charlotta has her limited. Yuri does have his limited. Lael has his burst and everything below that. Kais, I don't think I have his. Almedante Lion does have his limited. Jagrin has his burst, everything below that. Len and Lon, I do not have theirs. Inakra, I do have her limited, but not fully powered up. That is the last character. Yes, okay. Summon boards. I am currently... Hold on. I'll just show them off very quick. I am getting close. So... it has a default to Ifrit. These three, Layla, Cisne, and what's her name? Anakra, however you pronounce it. They were the most recent characters. I haven't built them up yet for, I don't think, any of them. I'm currently... I went through every other character on all the other boards, and I'm currently working on Alexander. And I'll show... So I'm just going through and trying to work on all of them right now. It's a slow process, but it's something I'm doing here and there. Some of them are max. The majority of them have Ifrit through Diabolos mastered. Again, I'm working on Alexander at the moment, then I'll move on. After I finish everyone with Alexander, I'll go back to the other boards. Whoever doesn't have Ifrit through Diabolos mastered, I'll master them. Then I'm working on Odin. Okay. Let's go to... That is not what I wanted to do. Let's go to Bahamut. No, skip this. It's always the same. It's just like, there's strong presence up here. Okay. Who are the... Okay. Celeste. Yuffie counts. I don't know if I'll use her. Probably use Yuna. Krish might be better, but I need to get her weapon. Fran. Hope. Wow, okay. This group of characters is some of my, not as powerful ones. Okay, hold on. Before I do this, let me get at least Crystal level 81 for Celeste. The ones I'm missing. We'll try to. Can I go farther? Yeah, I definitely want to power up Celeste. Then Yuna, Prish, Fran. You used Fran, Yuna, and Celeste? I don't think my Fran's that great, so I'll probably end up using Prish. I don't have either of their limiteds. Obviously, you use what you got. My Hope... Even though Hope would be good for this, I don't have him fully powered up. Yeah, I'll probably just go with this for now. Let's get those equipped. There we go. The others will probably boost her. Well, if I get a good weapon pull for Fran, I could probably get her limited. This team isn't that bad. What do we got? I think I wanted to start with spinning, so I can use single target powered up. Drop kick. There we go. Freeze drive. She can have Bahamut target her. Asuna, get that out of here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's not the hard part, is it? Runic before freeze drive. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Because this level's not that hard, I'm okay with just going all out attack. But yeah. And cheer before Energy Nova. Okay. I am perfectly okay with getting tips, because I am not the best. And there's plenty of things that I don't fully know, even though, like, I have a lot of characters powered up. Let's just take care of this right now, because I know I can do that. Yeah, we got Lufenia, which I will try out, and I am perfectly okay with backseating, because I am not good at this. Cheer first, then Energy Nova. Okay, Runic first. Honestly, I just forget to equip them. I need to. So, what would be the rule for support characters? Like, is there like a perfect support character for Celeste to pick? Or is it just, I don't know, pick whoever you have good, like a good launcher or something? I'm not sure. Again, I am perfectly okay with some tips on this sort of stuff. And I think at this point, just use Energy Wave for a bit, or Sonic Wings. Because it's single target, I think you want to use Sonic Wings. So how good is Prish's limited? Because you know it just popped up. So how good is it? We'll use Azuna, get that. A good one for Celeste would be a defensive character like Snow, Gladio, but also sometimes their ability. So why would Snow and Gladio be good choices for Celeste? Because Celeste can also lock the... They all kind of have that lock the target towards them because they're all seem to be tanks. So why would you have those for, say, Celeste as an example? I'm just curious. She's got a lot of damage, okay. Her runic's still good, we'll just use Spinning Edge. Sorry if the video's choppy, not much I can do. My laptop's not good. Yeah, we gotta get rid of that poison. Okay, where's my HP at? No, I gotta heal that up. There we go. And... it's because she's already a tank, so having tank support increases her defense and depending on the support, extra damage. Okay, so with supports, you want to pair up similar roles to each other. So tank with tank, launcher with launcher, battery with battery, right? Is that a good rule of thumb? Runic's still good. Yeah, we'll just do another Shining Edge. We're still good. Energy Blast. Sometimes depending on what the support does. Okay. Another spinning attack. One I typically like to use as support is Ramza, because his Storming Winter is really good launcher. It's kind of like one I like to default use. I remember when I had so much trouble with Chaos. Like, and then limited weapons came out, and now it's Lufenia stuff. Okay, so since I got that, I should get the rewards from that. Oh no, from here. Like having someone that adds launch to a character who isn't going to be a match for someone like Reigns because he almost always launches. Gather all that. I'm gonna go back to Bahamut. I'm gonna try Lufenia. So using Kais with Reigns would be pretty much pointless. So launchers probably shouldn't have a launcher support. Tokens. Okay. Lufenia. I am perfectly okay with getting some backseating here. So, let's get support Secreton series. There we go. Let's get Snow on... Where is it? There we go. So what would be a good support for Yuna and or Prish? Prish is just an all offense attacker, so maybe a launcher? I don't know. There you are. What would someone like Yuna want? Oh, right, duh. I always forget this stuff. Okay, what do we got? HP falls before 30, cannot cancel. Well, I'm not doing plus right now, but if it's plus, it happens. Cancel HP. Oh, that's for Lufenia. Count target takes damage from 2 consecutive player attacks. Okay, so if 2 of my characters attack before he gets a turn, it pauses. Right? Is that what I meant? And player action paused. Or then count target action. Immune to freeze, and then immune to debuffs that prevent action. Okay. It only counts on his turn. Okay. So it seems like that's the only time it counts down. And it doesn't seem like you can make the cooldown get more turns. Yeah, consecutive turns. So... That sounds like characters like... I'm thinking Lightning with her limited. Like that's one of the ones that comes to mind. So would they be better to have on the team? Or would they be better as a support? Because I do think Prish might be one I might be willing to swap out. What is this? Looks kind of similar. Cannot be knocked back. Okay, cannot be KO'd. Oh, that's annoying. Makes me think of the tornadoes for Pandemonium. Attack Dragon Star. Support Dragon Star. Covers 100% of max HP when HP attack reduces HP less than 100. Okay. What characters give me a launch or consecutive turns? I'm trying to remember which characters do that. The only one I can think of is Lightning. I know there's more characters, I just can't think of it. I think he can't be delayed, correct? Besides, that doesn't count. It needs to be consecutive turns, not just more turns than what he can do. Oops. Didn't Tidus? Can't Tidus do consecutive turns? I can't paralyze him or anything. Terra Celeste. Oh yeah, Terra, thank you. And Terra has her burst. Yuna? Wait, Yuna has it? Oh, I guess, okay. Jesus crazy. Lightning, Garnet, Selfie. Okay. Thank you. Like, I just blanking on a lot of them. Okay, so how about... Maybe I should swap out Prish with Terra, just altogether. I may not get that bonus, but... If it's what I need to beat Lufenia, it might be better. Garnet might just be a good call, maybe. Where's Garnet? There you are. Use Garnet, Tidus, and Celeste. Okay. I feel like I might need to keep Yuna, because I'm pretty sure he's going to do that stupid HP draining thing. So keeping Yuna might be good. Still need a call for Yuna. Let's just... I don't know. I would use Selfie, but I don't have a good one. Lightning, yeah. Tidus because of his burst effect. Oh, okay. Sadly, I do not have his burst. Let's go with... Yeah, I'm just gonna grab Lightning. Maybe that'll do something. I think Shiva will be fine for my summon. So Celes with Snow as a support. Terra with Garnet as a support. Yuna with Lightning as a support. Any objections to that? Okay, we'll try it. And I am perfectly okay with some backseating for this. Yeah, sure. Okay. His trigger starts when he gets at 30%. So at the moment I can't really do much. Oh, I see. He can't be delayed. Okay. Start with Cheer. So I definitely need to save this, the consecutive turn stuff to near the end. So yeah, it really does look like there's no point in going after the support stuff. They just constantly heal back up. Make sure to get those debuffs on. Okay. So we got Ice Resist, Block, and Ice Block. I should probably save Chaos Wave for later. Let's go with Meltdown. There we go. It looks like the Ice Block is keeping the support stuff just dealt with. Okay. Let's go with Energy with Ray. And we'll lower the speed. Okay. Does Shine Edge give me any sort of buff? No, I don't need that. Max Brave and HP regen. Yeah, it does, so Shine Edge. Their extra ability helps the base support up, for example. Oh, base attack up. Okay. I also always forget I have those. Maybe I should have done Nezuna first, oh well. I set Magic Boost, I don't need that right now. It looks like my dog might need to go outside, and Celeste is dead. You turn away for 1 second. I think my dog needs to go outside. I'm gonna go do that very quick. And let me know what I did wrong, and we'll try that again. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. Try having someone who delays the crystals. Snow's would work as well because he auto attacks on his turn. If you have Zack's burst, you need to take the burnt force. Okay, so it seems like I might need to swap my team around. I do have Zack's burst. So, because Snow auto attacks on his turn, that will help delay the crystals. And that might be better right now. Okay, we'll try Snow. Okay. But for Zack's burst, I would need to actually use the burst. But you usually want to save those for later. Let's try this again. Okay. Yuna was fine. And then energy no. No, speed up. Lower that speed for the crystals. Okay. Start with Steel Guard. Okay. Meltdown. Base attack. I keep forgetting I have that. Energy ray. Okay. Now, okay, what is this? Ice Ram. All targets, ice resist, 12 turns of Vendetta. Okay, so I don't need to use Ice Ramp just yet. Okay, HP regen. Slightly raises party's grants party HP regen effect. I think we already have that, so we'll hold off. I think because I have to pay stuff out. Snow is a good tank. dealt with the crystal. Snow is still doing good. Not having problems with him. Okay. Frost Strike is good for if I need healing. Versus okay, now I don't need to use Frost Strike. Ice Ramp is for getting Vendetta equipped. And the lock's still on. Okay, we'll just... What's that decrease? Initial Brave. Yeah, we'll use that someday. Nah, it's fine. Doing one of the harder missions, and Major Zod is helping me out here and there. All of the defense and the... Okay, wait a minute. They are not losing their... They're not going to 0. Wait, freeze dive. Stone Brave, my god. Maybe I should save that for later. No, I better use Steel Guard. Does Ice Ramp do the same thing? No, it doesn't. Okay. I'll use Steel Guard again. Stream's going okay. Nothing crashed. Getting some tips myself, so it's all good. We got... Now I'm looking at it, I don't think getting their defense and speed down is as worth it. Use this. Another Riot Blade. Yeah, this is one of the harder missions. This is Lufenia. It's not even Lufenia Plus. I don't need to use Energy Nova. I could probably just use Energy Wave again. I'm not worried about lowering the defense or speed anymore. It's not worth it. HP attack. So, Hawk Corndog, with these stronger missions, you really need to space out your skills so you don't run out by the end of it, and most likely just use normal HP attacks. Yeah, I'll dual cast. Not for these tough missions, like, you really need to pace it out. Okay, I really need to get... Okay, wait, does Ice Ramp heal me? Stone Wave deals total HP damage, deals... Wait, that... No, it doesn't. No, but Yuna can heal me. So I think I'll go with Ice Ramp. I need to reset that. Yeah, I'm gonna use Cheer to heal. There we go. And the strength of the character and the team composition. There are situations where you could just go guns blazing. Yeah, I get that, but I feel like so far with... Obviously, I probably don't know what I'm talking about, but with Lufenia Plus, you probably need to pace it out. Even if you have a character with burst, EX Plus all the way to max, and limited. I am probably very wrong. Please correct me. Sonic Rings. Keep that Brave up. Okay. When I did, but is it better to pull one at a time? Or good for a full pull? So, how it works is when you do the 10 plus 1, that's using gems, and that's the currency. The single pulls are from single tickets, so they're two separate currencies, and the single tickets are not, as far as I know, you don't pay for them. The gems, you're guaranteed with that one bonus one you get a guaranteed at least a 5-star weapon. So you get a good one at the very least. You get something useful for you, especially if you're starting out. Nah, I have another turn before I need to get my speed up. You used to need to space out skill during Chaos and Uriel Lufenia. Now it's very rare that you need to pay skill use. Good to know. Does that count for Lufenia Plus? I gotta get that out of here. Sonic Wings. Okay. Yeah, I gotta renew the... do I get healed from this? HP top. 15 bullet break. Still no, I do not get healed. But I do need lock going, right? But maybe when Refining Plus first came out, you have to look through your early vids to see how if you were pacing. Okay. Chaos just kind of put that in my head that, like, oh, I need to pace out my skills, you know, before we started getting limited stuff. Let's get... Do I use cheer? Once I can fly. Is that from Energy Nova? Self, I can fly, okay. So I can use Energy Nova next turn. Gameplay, all the hard fights, okay. No, we'll just go with Energy Blast. Basically, it's not blasting all your limited skills as quickly as possible. Yeah, so, like, as an example, Hot Corn Dog, I'm occasionally using just normal attacks, normal HP attacks. That's the pacing of it. Only use them if a buff needs refreshing. Yeah, so, like, let's see. For Terra with Magic Meltdown, I get... Do I get a self boost? All enemies... Oh no, it doesn't look like it. Although I'll use... Wait. Hold on. Does right blade hit them all? I don't think so. No, it doesn't. Stone, Okay, I have to use Magic Meteor. Yeah, I have to. Just to get rid of that grave. Good. I'm gonna use Frost Strike to get some health back. So right now, if Snow's HP kind of stays where he is, I'm just gonna use HP attacks. And right now with Yuna, her I Can Fly buff is almost out, so I'm gonna use Energy Nova to refresh that. If I didn't need to worry about that, I would be using my HP attack. Use right blade. Okay, so with Snow, because I don't have to get them to focus on Snow for another turn, I am just going to use an HP attack. What about team placement? No, the placement of the units doesn't matter. You just have 3 units. All that really matters is team synergy. Like, Snow's the tank, Yuna's a healer, and Terra's an attacker. There is one exception, and that's Pain. Oh, really? Can you inform me on that one? I don't use Pain that often. I don't need to use Cheer, I don't need Essence. I'm just gonna use Energy Ray. By the way, earlier in the video, I quickly went through all of my characters and showed off what I had. So if you're curious on that, you could glance through. Her placement, if she's on the left, her stacks raised by debuff. So in this case, if she was in Yuna's spot. Center, it's a 50-50 between buffs and debuffs, and on the right, I'm guessing it's all about buffs. That's interesting. I did not know that. Dual cast. And Snow is dead. Great. Well, what are the missions? No KOs. Okay. It looks like I need to retry. Azamar, is there any suggestions you could give me, or was I doing okay? I'm perfectly okay with tips right now. Here, you know what? I have to start over anyway, let's just hit give up for now. Do I have Cisne? I do have her, but she's not powered up at all. Here, I'll show you. None of her weapons are powered up at all. I have them all, but I haven't gotten to power them up yet. There's her 15, there's her EX, there's her 35, and she has her limited equipped right now. So there's like... No, they have specific roles. So, for example, Warrior of Light is always going to be a tank. That is his role. His skills are always going to be Shining Shield, throw Buckler, Shining Wave, Resist All, Bitter End. Those are always going to be the same. He is meant to be a tank. He is meant to draw the enemy's attacks towards him, get some healing done with Shining Wave here and there. Yeah, that is his role, whereas Terra is always an attacker. They each have specific roles. Cisne and Terra together. So are you saying I should have Cisne on a call? Well, I don't even have a good Cisne right now. Tonberry Troop has great info. Yes, I do use that website a lot. Yeah, I have that bookmarked. I go there all the time. Let's see. But yeah, Azamar, do you have any other suggestions, or is this team fine and I just didn't do it right? Your team for this fight was Selfie, Terra, and Garnet. Okay, sadly, my Selfie is not that great. Hold on, let me look. I do not have her limited weapon, so I don't think that would be a good replacement. And you know, Snow wasn't doing too bad. I might keep Snow. Terra and Garnet. Yeah, I can't really use Selfie in this case. I do. I do have Sid Reigns with limited. Hold on. Where is he? Here he is. Yeah, he has his limited and he's fully powered up. He just doesn't have a burst or anything. Would he be better? For a call. Whenever a unit is gonna burst. Okay. So maybe I should swap, let's... So, if I keep Terra, I'll still have a burst to use. You're assuming each character does better with set weapons? Okay, so how it works is... Hold on. There are a few different types of weapons. You got 2 and 3 stars, which are bronze. They can be used by anyone, although they're different weapons types, like knives and swords, and they can only be used by certain characters. Hold on, let me sort this out. I'm going to use Cisne as an example, because I still have all of her weapons. Hold on. 3 and 4 star were bronze. Do I have any 4s? Okay, 4 stars are like silver weapons. They're not as good. They kind of give an ability, but they're not that strong. If you give them to the corresponding character, they get a slight boost. But with Cisne, I'm going to use Cisne as an example. Oh, there's a 4 star right there. Here, let's take a look at that. It can be used by anyone with that can use staves. But if you give this one specifically to Aiko, she gets that initial break by plus 55. And, okay, so Cisne. The weakest 5-star weapon for any character is this gold 5-star, and it has you can see the 15 CP on the bottom right corner of that gold. It can be used by anyone with the same weapon type. That's another way to tell. But check marks means the weapon is maxed and the ability is now a passive. Yes, I'll get to that here in a sec. But if this weapon is equipped by Cisne, she gets this training under Gone ability. If I were to max it out, this ability can be a passive that I can equip and I don't need the weapon. The second strongest weapon for a character has a 35 CP, and you'll see that Cisne has her portrait. That means only Cisne can equip this weapon. And again, same thing. It gives her a passive that boosts one of her skills. If I were to fully power it up, I don't need to equip the weapon to have the ability. Next strongest is the EX weapon. You can tell because it has 70 CP, and it has like this holy background behind it. Every EX weapon gives you a new skill to equip. You saw with my fight, they have a cooldown, and once they're fully charged up, you can use it, and then you have to wait a few turns before it boosts back up. Then you have limited weapon. Not everyone has a limited weapon. It's being rolled out. This is stronger than the base EX weapon. It gives you a skill, but as you can see, this one has 3 uses. They are very strong, and they are very good to have. But if you were to fully power up, you see those nodes next to the 3-star? If you were to fully power that up, do I have another weapon with them? If those nodes are filled up, you get it to, you max out its level. Then you can use, oh, I don't have it. you can use a book to power it up to EX+. Once you get to EX+ and power it all the way up, it will become purple. This EX+ weapon is stronger than the limited. Guardian's Tales rules, okay. So yeah, 15 is the weakest, 35 is the next strongest, EX is stronger than that, limited stronger than that, EX+ is stronger than limited. That's how that works. So even if I have limited and EX right now, I might consider equipping the EX because long-term it will be stronger than the limited. So I probably would power up limited first, get that skill, because that's a useful ability to have, then have the EX weapon equipped. So I guess I'll show off what you could do to power it up. So I'm going to power up her limited. Yeah. So there are two ways to do it. When you do weapon draws, if you get a duplicate weapon, you can merge them together and fill in one of those nodes. If you don't have that, you get these power stones. I mentioned at the beginning you get one every week from the Dissidia points, and I mentioned you should definitely make sure to get those. That's what these are for. For every 4 power stones, it fills in one node. And it increases the level cap. So now what I'll do is I'll power it up all the way to 35. So all the nodes will be filled in, and the level will be capped. Hey, Parachute, how's it going? I'm just kind of occasionally... I'm trying the Bahamut Lufenia stuff, and I'm also showing off to people that watch... to show how this works. Follow your channel. We'll see. So now I got this passive. So now that it's fully powered up, I'm just going to unlock it. Hold on. So now I need to go back to Cisne. Now that that is done, I'm going to equip the EX weapon. And my real name was the limited weapon. Yeah, my real name was the limited weapon skill. So now that I fully power it up, I can equip it and I don't need the weapon anymore. I'm gonna rearrange my skill order. There we go. So now that I don't need that weapon anymore, I'm going to sell weapon. And because it has her portrait, she's the only one that can use it anyway. I'm going to sell it. When you sell a weapon that's fully powered up, you get 4 power stones back. So I can use that to power up something else now. So if you're starting out and you don't have a lot of weapons, let's just say you have these 2, or let's just say you have all for one character. Even if you power up the 15 CP weapon all the way, and you don't need the weapon equipped anymore, and you have the skill, you might want to consider keeping it, because the 15 one can be equipped by someone else. So, like, I could equip it on Shadow or something if he doesn't have any of his weapons. So that way, they have a weapon they can use purely just for strength, though. It's until they get their own weapon. But anything else, like 35 EX... yeah. Uh, there is a weapon stronger than EX, and that is Burst. That is the rare stuff right now. They are straight up stronger than EX. So once you have a fully powered up EX plus weapon like this, and you have like Squalls here, it's purple. If you got their burst weapon, you can totally sell it. What was I doing? One other thing I should mention. You should keep extra EX weapons. Like I have 3 extras of Squalls. Like you should definitely merge them together so you could get an EX plus weapon. But if you happen to get more than that, keep them. Because when you fully power up a character's EX weapon to EX plus, you get the sphere on the bottom. This is the only way to get spheres. And by maxing out Squalls, you get Break, Hit, Raging, Boost Up. That's what you get. So I'm keeping the extra EX weapons I get to eventually power up and get more skills. And as Major Zod mentioned earlier, it seems like the skills are useful on their own character. So like, why did I go to the training board? And Azamar, if you're still here, maybe you can reconfirm. So there are 3 skills here. Which one is... Oh. Sorry. Shining Wave... I can't check, can I? Is it D or B? Oh, there it is. Maybe you can reconfirm for me, Azamar, but, like... Warrior of Light's EX skill is good for Warrior of Light. Or, Sphere is good for himself, and that works for every other character. Squall's Sphere works for Squall. Cloud Sphere works for Squall. Like, if you are new and you start an account, just generally... Yeah, exactly, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing this stream, to kind of give this sort of... give these... Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this. Currencies before you. For the most part, yes, their own sphere will be best for him. Thank you. I haven't used any spheres because I was never sure. But now that I have confirmation, I'll probably just be doing that and make sure I equip them all to themselves. Are there any exceptions I should know about to that rule? So that would probably be good to know. How many currencies? There's only one. When we're talking about money. What money directly transfers to, and that's the gems in the top right corner. That is what you pay real money to buy for, or you get free from doing events and stuff. I could do single-use tickets to get single draws. Again, I don't pay money for those. You just get them as rewards here and there. I mean, I could... Let's just use 10. Why not? Oh, we start with 2 and 3 stuff. Finial Sphere is best for characters that have multiple breaks in their attacks. Okay. So Vanille Sphere is not a good one for Vanille. Right? So out of this random 10 pull, I did get this random one from Hope. I already have the skill, but, you know, I can sell that for an extra Power Stone. Vein and Null. Okay. Because she has the Dispel skill. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So don't put Vanille skill on Vanille. Got it. Or Sphere. Yeah, shot. You destroy any enemies in the game. You wish. I mean, there are characters with guns, but yeah. Her sphere has a chance to dispel a buff on Brick. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay. She already has dispelled. There's no reason for that. Okay. So, I kind of showed how you can get how weapons work. Every character has their own piece of armor. I'm gonna go to item exchange. There are these guard token exchange right here. These armor tickets. So each character has, what is that, a total of 3 armors? How it works is, I don't have much of Cisne, so the only way to get their 5-star armor, they clearly don't use live ammunition. We're also talking about magic as well. Magic is involved, so I don't think it really applies. Yeah. So, you can see that there are 2 pieces of armor here for Cisne, and that works for every other person. If you do, this game is very... Oh yeah, this game is very generous for giving gems. Like, it's... If you were to just do... If you were to make a new account right now and just do story mode, I can't even think about how many pulls you could do right away. Like, you'll get a lot. Yeah, 2 million, and you use 5,000 for a draw, and that's really the only thing it's used for. Although you kind of need gems to increase your weapon storage. But it's a small amount, and I'm not even maxed out on it. So, okay. The only way to get a character's 5-star armor is by going to this token exchange. You get, so if I want to get Cisne's 2nd armor on the right, which is straight up stronger, there's no debate there, I have to get all of her 1st one and max limit break it. So I got a few more. I'm gonna go power it up. I'm gonna take the one I already have and fuse them together like I did with the power stones. You gotta bounce to get some. Alright, I don't know how much longer I'll be on, but thanks for showing up. I might try Bahamut again. So now I'm gonna fully power up Cisne's weaker armor. Again, like normal, you get the ability. Now, if I were to go back... You can see how the Turk shoes now has the exchange. So now I need 20 armor tokens to trade for one of those. So you gotta fully power up the weaker one to then be able to get the stronger one. And to fully power it up, you're gonna need a total of 4. So for a single character, you need, what is it, 100 tokens to max out a character's armor? And right now there's like over 150 characters. But armor tokens, they give you a lot. They give you a lot of armor tokens. And now I can go through here in a minute. There are high guard tokens for the stronger armor. If I remember correctly, to get these you have to be a Lufenia mission to get some of these tokens, so they're a little bit harder to get. How long will it take to finish story mode? Oh, I mentioned earlier, there's no stamina meter for story mode. Here, I'll go through again. Hold on. So this is where the story mode is. There are currently 3 acts to the story. The most recent one is Act 3, Chapter 7, and we just got Chapter 7 Part 2, so Chapter 7's done. If I were to... Let's just click on this, for example. Hard mode. Now, if I were to click on a random mission, you notice there's no stamina meter. There is no stamina meter for story mode. You could keep going. You could do as much of the story as you want. If you were really dedicated, you could finish the story out very quickly and get as much of the rewards as you can. Going to the events, with the current events, same thing. There's no stamina meter. Let me click on one of the token challenges, the most current one. There's no stamina meter. There is this bell thing in the top right corner you can see right next to my gems. If I were to do one of these missions, and if I were to host it, it uses up a bell. And really the bell just gives me more rewards. But if you run out of bells, you could just hit guest and do as many of these events as you want. If you started fresh, you probably blazed through the beginning parts and struggle a bit with newer campaign. If you just do normal mode, you'll probably be fine. But if you want to try to get the most as you can, hard mode, yes. But yeah, this current event has 13 days left. It just started, like, today. And if I were to do one of these missions, I will get these tokens. And these tokens, you can exchange them for these rewards. You could get a few power tokens, which those are exchangeable for 15 CP weapons and 35 CP weapons. So if you're missing a character's weapon, you can use that for that. You need 10 power tokens for a 15 and 25 for a 35. They don't usually give power tokens out that much. And I could get, another 900 gems for very cheap. Some 10 draw tickets. 10 guard tokens from this event. That's basically 2 weak weapons right there. Or weak armors, I mean. The potion next to the guard token, that's used for refilling the stamina gauge that is here. Yeah. The freaking artifacts. I don't like them. That is the one thing I do not like. But if you wanted to get a character strong to do some of these events, scroll down, and there's these crystal missions, or the money one. These are good level grinding spots. And I feel like I should explain crystal. Hold on. So there is crystal strength right here. There are 2 different types of levels. Your normal level, which at start can go to level 50. And then you have these crystal levels. So right now, everyone could get to crystal level 80. Every single one. Some people can get to 90, and that's kind of slowly rolling out every couple weeks. If I were to take... Let's just take Rydia right here. I'm going to scroll her up to the top. So as you can see, if I get her to Crystal Level 2, which doesn't take that many shards, she gets a little bit more HP out of that. So you get some stat boosts for doing some of these. You get some passives. If you're starting out, I would immediately suggest get everyone to 20, because that gives them their second skill to use. And it doesn't take much to get to 20. Yeah, you just get some stat boosts, but once you get... So level 50 was originally the max, I believe. So when they started increasing the level cap, you can see Crystal levels 51 increases the level cap by 10. And you get some more skills. Flare extension, Summon Leviathan extension, those are your first 2 skills. And they give a power boost. That's for level 60. And again, 61, increase in level cap, so on and so forth. So you have to increase their crystal level to get these skills plus the level caps and stuff to be able to get them stronger. But once you get them to crystal level 81, you could get them their normal levels to 90, which that's treated like normal. So if you were to make a new account right now, and let's say, I would probably just tell you, start going through the story. You'll slowly get new characters here and there, and you may or not have good weapons. But let's just say, whoops, you wanted to do one of these limited events, like say this one, and you wanted to try to get some of these tokens to try to exchange for, say, like the armors and stuff. Even if you can't really do Chaos, you could probably do Cosmos. If you don't have any good weapons, my immediate suggestion would probably be, I think you should power up Warrior of Light. When you first start the game, you start with 4 characters, and Warrior of Light is one of them. He is a good tank. So if you don't even have a strong character, he might be a good choice to bring in to help with some of these events. So you could try to get yourself some tokens. And if you're the only weak one, there's a good chance 2 other people can help you out. They could probably carry you through the team. But you shouldn't bring him in right away. At the very least, you should get his crystal level to 55, preferably 60. I mean, if you could get it higher, that's great. Because that gives Shining Shield and Throw Buckler a boost in skill. Let me explain Shining Shield. Normally what that does, Warrior of Light base with no skills. Summon for the weapons. If you get bad weapons, spend money. Yeah, but like when you're starting out, if you do story mode, you'll get a bunch of gems to where you won't need to spend money for a while. But yeah, the money that you spend to get gems is used specifically to get stronger weapons for characters. But once you get the character, that's it, you get the character. But yeah, Shiny Shield. Normally what it does is you pick one of your 3 team members, you give them a shield, it protects them from brave attacks, and there's the brave and there's the HP attack. It protects them from brave attacks for a little bit. If you get your crystal level to 55 for Warrior of Light, you get a passive that makes Shining Shield work for all 3 of your units. So that's an immediate protection. So I think Warrior of Light is a good starting unit if you want to try to do some of these events to try to get some rewards. If not, just get some pulls. You'll probably get some good weapons for someone. If you get a good weapon for a character, just probably make that your main and try to get them fully powered up. Another way to... Okay. So, it's Marvel Strike Force. Oh, okay. If you wanted things, you have to spend money for it. Okay. Yeah, this game is very generous with the gems. I'm not joking. It really is. And every month, at the beginning of the stream, you might have seen it. Sometime during once a month, Square Enix does a Dissidia stream. I haven't seen any of those, but apparently there's like this thing you could do where there can be rewards for doing something with those streams. I haven't looked into it, but I just got 4,000 gems just because the stream happened, and I got some tokens and power tokens, armor tokens. They give you a lot of stuff. So again, if you want to power up a character, go to one of these crystal ones, or even the money one if you want. Here, I'll show you a crystal level one. So I'll just do this. And I'll just take what I have. It's a 3-round fight. It's not hard. I don't know. I wasn't really planning on it. We'll see. Because I'm not really streaming for story. Maybe I'll stream for events, but I'm not sure. I wasn't planning on this, so... I might, but I might need to think of a schedule around it. Final round, you get some Cactars. I'll show the rewards after I beat them, but occasionally, the Cactar on the left might be a flowery Cactar. They are stronger, they have more evade, but they give more rewards. The thing you should know about them is they'll never do an HP attack on you. So if you were to take out the other two, and all that's left is the flower Cactar, yeah, they'll do a lot of brave damage, but they'll never do an HP attack on you. And they give more EXP, more crystal levels, or crystals that you get. And you see, Yuna just got a couple levels from that. If that was a flowery Cactar, she'd be max level right now. Now, obviously, you can see that Yuna has a ×2 EXP at the moment. But yeah, you can see a bunch of the crystals that you get. That's a good amount. And again, flowery Cactar, you'll get a lot more. So that's good for level grinding. Oh, okay, so you can see the rewards you could get on the bottom left, on right above Crystal Strength. From this event, you'll get everything on the left side. The one on the right, that is like the current crystal, and those are harder to get. Those are the ones that you have to basically go in here. Is there any in here? Or I might think of a different mission. Yeah, no. Do I have any here that I need to get? Okay, yeah. So the Mighty Green Shard, the Mighty Yellow, events like these are pretty much the only way you could get these. So you really gotta... If you want to try to get your characters to level 90, you kind of need to get as many of these as possible. Eventually, let's be honest, they'll increase the level cap to crystal level 100. Once they do that, they'll add another crystal, and they'll make these ones easier to get, and you could get them from the crystal grinding spot. Okay, so occasionally we'll get a new character. They'll be in the events right here. If you pop in and there's a new character, you could do the first 5 missions, you get the character, you get 2 of their weak armors for free basically by just doing basically the first 5 missions, and you'll get their 15 CP weapon. Now, when they're in the events, there'll be a limited time. So, like, say, 13 days, I believe. If you miss out on them, don't worry. Lost Chapters right here, eventually, the event characters will go in Lost Chapters, and you can get these characters when you have the time. So, like, I can scroll down to the bottom. The most recent Lost Chapter in here is Sid Reigns. Eventually, if you miss out a character like Layla or Ursula, it'll eventually pop in here. So if you missed a character from the event, don't worry about it. It'll eventually come back. And it's permanent. Intersecting wills is a more recent thing. It's kind of a side story for certain characters. It's almost like character development. So you don't have to... No, you don't pull for characters. When I pulled for weapons, that's it. Once you get the character from story or from events, you get them for good. You're just getting their weapons. That being said, if you do a pull for a weapon and you get a weapon for a character you don't have, the game will just automatically unlock the character for you, so you can just use them right away. That wasn't a thing before. But so, okay, I'll show hunts very quick. This is a daily thing you can do. And there's the daily mark here. What's with this witchcraft? The daily mark is something you can do every day. If you miss a day, it's not bad. It'll store up to 3 times. If you do a daily mark every day, you'll get these tokens on the bottom left. You can exchange them for specific rewards. You can see you can get guard and power tokens. Oh, by the way, you get 2 tokens every time you do one of these marks. There's EX power tokens here. If you get 10 of them, you can exchange these tokens for an EX weapon. I'm going to be honest here. These take forever if you're trying to go this route to get these tokens, because you need 30 just to get 1 token, and you need 10. So it takes like 15 days just to get 1 token. To be competitive, again, there's no PvP, so you're doing raids. So it kind of depends on if you get good pulls, but I'll explain in a sec. But if you get these tokens, my immediate suggestion is to exchange them for these nuggets. These nuggets are used to power up your EX plus weapon to max, specifically the plus. And same thing with the armor nugget for armor. And you mentioned stamina. World of Illusions. This is where stamina is used, but only in this section. At least I think so. Dimensions in... Let me double check. Yeah, there isn't anything here. These are tougher missions, but there's no stamina involved. Abyss. Again, no stamina involved. So, the current event, and that was what I was trying to show off earlier, was Divine Bahamut. You see that 13-day? That doesn't mean it goes away. That just means some bonuses, like character synergy, will go away. You can still do it. But for you, if you're starting out, you can't... I don't think you can do this right away. So, if I scroll to the bottom, there's one for each of the summons. So, Ifrit, Shiva, Ramu, Leviathan, Odin, Alexander, Brothers, Pandemonium, Bahamut, Diabolos. So you get your summons occasionally. You need materials to power them up. Let me look for... Where's Bahamut? Oh, it's right there. Duh. Can I... Oh, no. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Sorry. You need to power up these summons. Bind Enhance. And these two... Honestly, I'm not sure how to get the materials, but I don't think they're that great anyway. I don't think you use them that often. Can I power them up? So you get materials specifically for these summons. When you start the game, you can power them up to 20, I think. I think it's 20. And at the moment, the max everyone could go is 30. I clicked on the wrong button again. The Divine allows you to go to 40, but I'll explain that in a sec. So if you scroll all the way down, you do these normal ones. You do these missions, so... Let me click on Ifrit. Is this the strongest mission? Yeah, you probably want to do this one, or I believe it's this one. I forget which one. You do the mission, you do the fight, you get rewards, materials to power up the corresponding summon. Once you get that summon to level 20, you can now do, not these, ultimate summons. There's one for each of the summons now, again, not counting Chocobo or Self. Now, I'm going to show off what I'm currently working on. Alexander. This is the one I'm kind of working on right now. I need to do that. I can do that later, though. But what you want to do, once you get to Crystal level 30, you'll probably be doing this mission. It will be the easiest. These are the characters I'm currently trying to work on this. Cisne, Jekton, Pain. So let me show off very quick why you want to be doing this. So I'm going to do this one fight with Alexander. And again, you cannot do this Alexander mission until you get Alexander's summon to level 20. through the main story while summoning for weapons a bit on the side. Once you get around certain levels, you can start doing other game modes. Pretty much. But you shouldn't be skipping out on these. These summon boards are very important, and I'll show in a second. So now that I powered up that limited weapon, I can use Shooting Star as much as I want. I know I don't need the weapon. You might have noticed that Jekt and Pain's beat rush and Jekt's beat rush and Jekt slash are red, but Cissnae's 2 skills were blue. That's because I fully powered up their weapon and got their weapon to max and got the skill. That's why. So you know the 15 and 35 weapon, if I were to fully power it up and equip the skill, these will change from blue to red, meaning they're more powerful. If you're trying to do these missions, you might want to have you might have one strong character carry the other 2 to do these if you're starting out. Okay. So you can see I got some materials to power up the summon even more. And you can see one I don't have maxed out. I don't think I actually need them because those 5-star materials for Alexander are used to power him up to level 30. The summon. Once you get him to the level 30, then I think you can do the divine boards, which that's what we're currently doing. But once you do these, you'll notice everyone in the battle got summon points. And you get some, and on the bottom you get wild points that can be used for everyone. So I'll show you what you can do with this. Go to Enhance. Go to Training Board. And I'm going to click on Cissnae. Because I recently got her, she doesn't really have anything. So I'm going to the Alexander board, because that's what we just did. And you can see, there are 56 squares here. I'm just going to hit auto. You spend 100 points to fill in a node. And I only have 400 at the moment, or Cissnae does. But when these nodes are filled up, you can see the first one, she gets 50 HP. She gets an attack plus 8. Max Brave plus 20. Initial Brave plus 15. These are permanent stat boosts. So kind of like the crystal level thing. And you can see, there's a little treasure chest node right here. There are 3 of these. Per board, per character. And you can see over here in Odin's, you can see another node there. There's another one. There's another one up there. These treasure nodes, they always have the same 3 treasures. 300 gems. I believe it was 300. 3 single draw tickets. And 5 armor tokens. And those are used to get the character's armor. So that's just a free level 1 armor right there. And again, there's 10 of these boards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 50 armor tokens just for 1 character right there. And the tokens are universal. You can use them on whoever you want. So what is that? You can max out a character's weak armor and start their 2nd tier armor. And again, that's just for Cissnae. Pain is the same thing. Eject is the same thing. This works for every character. And all these stat boosts add up, so you want to be doing these eventually. Now, because there's a lot of characters, you might need to pick and choose maybe your favorites, whoever you have strong weapons for. There is another thing I should go over. The thing up here is a specific character enhancement board. You get these points by doing like events and stuff. It'll eventually build up over time. To max out these nodes, you need to max limit break their weapons. So I think the ones over on the left side are, I think like the 15 CP weapon. No, wait, this is the 15 CP weapon. This is the 35. This is the EX. And the one down here is the limited weapon. Again, kind of same thing, but you can probably see to unlock this lock right here, you need to have that passive. But I cannot... Oh, this one's crystal level 20. Well, over here, crystal level 60. This one is the one where you need the passive. So you need to max out their characters' weapons to be able to unlock these boards. You don't... The rewards you get are passive abilities that make them stronger. Trying to think what else you need. Okay, there's this refined section right here. So I mentioned... yes, it's all related around weapons. So when I mentioned how there's the EX weapon, once you max it out, you need to make it to EX+. What you need to do is you need to get these books on the left. For the EX weapon, you need Runes Mysteries. For armor, you need Refuge Mysteries. Occasionally, by doing missions, you'll get, like, scattered pages. You need 20 pages to make one of these books. One book powers up an EX weapon to EX+. And then the nuggets that I mentioned earlier, like with from the daily hunts, get 20 of those, you can make one of these ingots. One ingot fills in an EX+ weapon node. That's the only way to power it up. The ones at the top, the purple ones are for the high armor tokens, the purple ones that you get from Lufenia. And the blue ones are for burst weapons, for getting to burst plus. I didn't really go over that, but yeah. Not many of them have the ability to. Okay. Holly, what are you doing? What else is there? Hi. What? Sorry, my dog wants it. You want attention? Come here. Come here. Come on. My dog wants attention. She's making her camera appearance for today. Hi. Let's see. What else do we got? I think I might just try... the Lufenia mission again. What are you doing? Are you gonna be a pain? Let's just try it one more time. So far, this team wasn't doing that bad. cheer first. Then we get energy nugget. I think that's right. Hi. Yes. I know you want attention. Okay. There we go. Where's your bomb? I need the speed boost. I don't need to use Frost Strike for healing. I don't need Ice Ramp at the moment, so I'll probably just use it. Do I need to use Meltdown for defense? Sure, why not? We'll use it this time. Oh, it does give max rating. Okay. Base attack. Okay, I need to take care of that crystal. Yeah, I'm just trying the Lufenia mission again. Okay, that did not go well. Okay. I'm gonna have to just try again later. Still kind of a learning thing. Okay. So I am currently at the Divine Bahamut section, right? So once you get to crystal level, or not crystal level, once you get your summon level to 30, I think that's when you can start doing these. The easiest one is just the first one, the Cosmos one. That's something anyone can do. Technically, once the event ends, this doesn't go away. What does go away... Kind of, yeah. And part of it is, like... the people that typically watch me never played this, so... And I talk about this a lot. I kind of feel like I need to explain. So, kind of show it off. But yeah, even... what's going on during the event is, see how Yuna has this green aura around her? If you have a full team of characters with this green aura, like Celeste and Prish, if you have a full team, you get more of these points on the left when you beat Bahamut. I did one of these missions earlier, and I got 1600. The point of these is, again, to fill in these nodes. And these nodes give you... So the one on the left is material to power up the summon to try to get it to level 40. And as you can see, I got 200 gems. I got 1 nugget and 2 tickets, free draw tickets. I'm going to move this here. By filling in all these nodes 30 times, you can see the level on the top right. You can see how it's 1 of 30. Once I fill in this board, it's complete. We do it again. Up to 30 times. This on the left, all those rewards on the left, is the total amount you could get from doing all 50. So if you just want to get your summon to level 40, you need to do this board 10 times. But if you want the rest of the rewards, you gotta do all 30. But you can see, That's 40,000 gems by doing all of this. And again, this doesn't go away. What goes away is the extra points you get by using certain characters. So, like, what was it? Illusion boards, that's where it is. So is there a meta team or teams? Not really, kind of just depends on what the current event is going on. The teams kind of change. Now to be fair, sometimes there are just some very broken characters. But eventually we get character reworks every once in a while. But yeah, this is where you would go. See, if I click on Bahamut, it's the same place. The only one left is Odin. That will be the next one. That will probably be in, I don't know, 2 months. By the way, sometimes when you're doing World of Illusions Ultimate, when I showed off that Alexander fight, occasionally there'll be what is known as a super synergy unit. Usually it's whatever a event may be going on. It doesn't happen all the time. But if you have that character in your team, everyone in your team gets double the points you get so you can power up their summon boards. So keep that in mind whenever one of those things happens. There's not one now. I thought there would be. I wouldn't say there's a meta team. It's all about team comp. Maybe some characters do some rules better than others, like Snow and Warrior of Light kind of do the same thing. But then again, they kind of serve different roles. So it's all about team balance. Like I said, Snow here is the tank, meant to draw enemy attacks towards him so the others don't worry about it. Terra's your attacker, and Yuna's your healer. It's all about team comp. I feel like there was something else. Oh, by the way, the symbols on... I can't really show... the symbols next to the CP, the ones that have the M and Yuna has a 9 on hers, the one on the left is that character board where you need the weapons powered up, and the one on the right is the summon boards. And basically Yuna's means she's mastered 9 of those boards, filled in all 56 nodes. And if it's an M, it means all of them. Oh, one thing I forgot about those summon boards. There are 3 ability nodes for those that you need to spend 500 points to get. Board passive. You know what? It might be better if I go to... training board. Let me go to Jacked very quick. Let's get these 2, because why not? Right here. So with these are passive abilities that you can equip. There are 3 per board. You can only choose 3. You can swap the ability, but you have to spend another 500 to do it. So like, so the first one is Light Resist up for that unit that has this equipped. It's by 10%. Light Resist All reduces the party by 3. If you have a full team with that ability, it's 9%. And it's not that... Those 2 are not really that great. So, one of the people in chat posted Tom Very Troop. If you look at a character infograph from that website, they give suggestions on these abilities on who they're best for. Light Power Up. This is useful if a character has an ability with a light elemental. You would want these abilities if the character has the corresponding element. If not, you don't need that. Alexander Boost. You get more max brave if HP falls below 60%. Raises own initial brave by 5. Attack by 2 if HP falls below 60% at least once. Increases brave damage by 10% when the enemy is targeting yourself. So for someone like Snow that has the target on him all the time, this is great for him. And then Greater Heal Up. Raises HP recovery effects by 5% while Brave is less than... So yeah, Tomberry Troop is good for figuring out who's good with each of these. Typically, it's never these two up the top, not counting like 1 or 2 exceptions like Selfie. Light Power Up is only useful for units that have a skill that uses that element. And typically, it's these last 4 that most characters are going to use. And you can only pick 3. And if you want to change it, you need another 500. Okay. I guess one other thing that's more recent is the Ultima weapons, which are stronger than Burst. You'll get these tokens here and there. So each of these weapons at first cost 50 of these orbs just to get one. There's no meta team, just teams better for different modes. Not necessarily different modes, but more specific events. Like the current Bahamut event. There's probably a set of a couple units that are very good for this current Bahamut event. But the next event, whatever that may be, you probably want a different team. So that's kind of that's kind of the best way to put it. So if you get one of these ultimate weapons, like say this dagger one, anyone that can use daggers and they get themselves to crystal level 90, they can equip ultimate weapons. Once you get one, you go over here, you spend 150 and you power up one of your ultimate weapons. I haven't really messed with this that much. So if I were you, I probably wouldn't worry about it if you're starting out. Level up is just simple. Just show it off very quick. Let's use Yuna as an example. Occasionally you'll just get Chocobo Feathers. It's just for experience to level up your character. That's it. If you don't want to grind. What else is there? I mentioned the panel missions are... The panel missions are a limited time thing. I showed it earlier. It's, you have 16 days to do this. We get a couple of these a month. And the rewards, you notice you get 800 gems. I'll show these off here in a sec. And this is where you can get the pages for those books to get EX Plus weapons. That's one of the places where you're really gonna get those. I feel like I'm missing something. Let me check out your exchange. Okay, so we got the burst token exchange here for doing specific events, like this Bahamut one is the current event. It's a chaos level one. If you do this one and you do all of the requirements, so it says use 3 boosted characters, clear within a certain amount of turns, don't take that much damage, you can then get 1 chaos token, or burst token from that. Get 50, you could get someone's burst weapon. Oh, and if you get an extra burst weapon from polls, it sometimes happens, you can sell the burst weapon for 5. I don't think there's any reason to keep the extra ones, like with EX weapons. I don't know on that. I'm just kind of looking around. I already mentioned EX power tokens. 10 of those gives you 1 EX weapon. I already mentioned power tokens. I mentioned that. Okay, bloom tokens. Okay. When you get a character's crystal level to, I think it's 65, you get a new skill. These skills are typically like the attack up for 6 turns or something that Yuna did earlier. Once you have that, you go in here. I actually have them all, but you get if you have those silver tokens, I have 39. You can exchange one of these silver tokens for one of these blooms. I'll show here in a sec. Blooms. No, I don't want obtained. Sort by series. Normally, it's like a gold background. Once you have them, you need these little flower things. 20 of them fills in one of those nodes. If you fill in the node all the way to max, you get a passive. Yeah, let me just click on one of these characters. And that passive is specifically meant for the skill that you get at crystal level 65. That would be... It's always the growth ones. HP, regen, attack. So you get a passive. All use +1, all effect duration +2. So yeah. There you go. I am not sure what else to cover. I feel like I talk about most of the basics. Oh, one thing I forgot to go over. When I did that poll earlier... Where is it? Do characters get reworks? Yes, they happen all the time. In fact, because of this Bahamut event, I believe like Prish got new weapons, like the God Hands and the Limited and the Burst Weapon. She got reworks, so she got new passives and she gets a power boost because of, you know, power scaling and stuff. So they happen all the time. Usually when cases like this, they get a new weapon or they're part of an event. Like Fran is a part of this event too, so I think she might have gotten a buff. Okay, one thing I meant to show. So earlier, when before I did the draw, you can see that green token was at 80. When I did a multi-draw with the gems, that jumped it up to 100. This has its own exchange, specifically for the banner you did this for. And you can see you could trade them for rewards. Personally, I try to get the Power Stone for 100. I feel like that's just the easiest for me to do. But if you're someone that spends a lot of money, you could just buy basically one of these books for 400 or someone's burst weapon for 500. Which will boost their additional ability and their EX ability. Yes, that is true. But not only that, sometimes they just get reworks like some bug fixes, just even without that. But yeah, I just trade these for the 100 power for the Power Stone. Okay. I'm trying to think of what else is there to really talk about. Do you have any other questions, Hot Corn Dog? At all? Let's see. Trying to think. Can't think of much more that I would need to cover. You are now an expert player. Now you must download and then get addicted. That's the real reason why I did this stream, to get you all addicted to this game. I feel like I covered a lot. Can't think of anything else I really need to talk about. Which characters would you recommend early on? I mentioned Warrior of Light is a good one if you want to try to get, like, do an event so you could try to get these tokens or try to get some rewards. I think Warrior Light is a good starting one if you get its crystal level to at least 55, preferably higher than that. Other than that, just if you get a good character with a good weapon, you probably just be using them for a little while for story, for some of these events. You probably couldn't be, you probably wouldn't be able to do stuff like Cosmos is pretty easy, even if you're new. You might need some stronger weapons, but you don't need anything that drastic. Chaos might be tougher for you if you're starting out. Maybe. I'm not sure. Lufinio, as you saw earlier, I was getting my ass kicked. I don't know what I'm doing. But if you're starting out and you're just doing the story, pick your favorites. If you want to try to do some of these like events so you can get rewards, if you get a character with a good weapon, use them. If not, power up Warrior of Light. I feel that's a good starting unit. He's also a character you start with, so you don't need to do much. That is my suggestion. Azamar, you got uh, any other suggestions for that instead? I feel Warrior of Light is a good starting one to use. New players will start with Dash Banner that features Squall, Cloud, and Lightning. Squall is an area effect beast that, yeah, he is very good. I like to use him for training. Cloud is a Swiss Army knife, delay, launch. Delays their enemy turn and then launches them in the air and makes the other two units attack. It's good for extra damage. He can stun the opponent. Lightning is turn hogger, but single target. Yeah, she only attacks one target, but she can get multiple turns very easily. So if you're a new player, you get that banner. Okay. Lightning also has delay on her EX. That is right. But I think you have to time it right. You need to... She has this weird thing where... if you... I don't know if you play Final Fantasy 13 Hot Corn Dog, but she has the Commander and Ravager role. If you use the Commando... I believe it's Commando. Or is it Ravager? No, it's Ravager. Yeah, you use Ravager, which would be Lightning Strike. And then her EX will be more powered up, and you get more out of the delay. If you use her limited, you just get a few free turns. I can't think of anything else to cover. If you... my name in the game is still ScottBot64, same as my Twitch stream. I renamed it just to kind of keep consistency. You can follow me on there if you want. I might help. You might see me occasionally doing events, and you might see me join in. Can't think of anything. I think I covered pretty much everything you might need to know right now. Maybe a little bit too much, but there's a lot to cover. Again, just to reiterate, with Dissidia points, get your Power Stone every Monday. That wasn't the lore. That's just how to do the game and do things. That has nothing to do with lore and story. Yeah, I think we're good. I think I covered a lot. I think I'll stop it here. Oh yeah, this is a new thing. If you want to get 4-star weapons and armor, you could trade 100, or no, not even 100, just 10 gems just to get one of them. This is a new thing, so I didn't use this, and I have them all powered up anyway. As you can see, like with, you don't get too much out of it. It's nice to have, but I wouldn't stress over it. Because you have to use gems, my suggestion is if you already have, say, Firian's, uh, like, let's just say you have this armor, and you have it limit break at 2, and you just need one more, maybe you spend the 10, just to max it out and get the ability. And with those armors, it might be beneficial to keep the powered up armor to give to other units when you're starting out anyway. One other thing before I forget. So there is a certain amount of gear you can have with you at a time. At the moment, I have 448 out of 600. If you want to increase that, you go to draws. Then you go to, I believe it's item shop. Oh, this multi-draw ticket is new. That's new. I don't know what that is. But yeah, go to gear slots. You spend 100 gems, it increases by 5. I don't even have it maxed out. I don't have that maxed out. So that's where you were to increase that. If you're getting full on weapons, that's where you want. One other thing I just remembered. Honestly, probably the worst aspect of this. I don't like this is too grindy in my opinion. So each character has, I'm going to passives. There's artifact passives. This is just luck at the draw. So you can only hold up to, what is it, 6 or 7? But you can only equip 3. How it works, how to get these skills. Go into enhance. There's these artifacts right here. I'm gonna reorganize that. And I guess I'll just show off. Let me see. It's random. I don't like these. It's too grindy, in my opinion. Let me see if I can find one with like a double that I can use. Okay, here's a selfie one. So I'm gonna take one of these. This one right here. I'm gonna take that selfie blue one because you don't need it anymore. I'm barely explaining this, but like, yeah. Just want to try to start powering it up. Where is it? Where is it? It's set by attained. What? Sorry, this is... Okay, I'll get that for experience, because I don't need it anymore when you're fully powered up. Gonna find some silvers to use up. I think it's near the bottom. Okay, here's some core ones. I'm using up these silvers to power it up. There we go. Confirm. Okay. And you randomly get get 2 skills. And as you can see, I randomly got Initial Brave plus 55 and HP plus 620. Those are probably the weaker ones. If they were gold, that means that's the most you could get out of that skill. And you can see the CP on the right. You need 15 CP to even equip it. That's the most. That was a bad draw. 15 CP is the most. The lowest you could get is 5, so even that's random. You can see I got some 12s, I got some 10s. Yeah, like, this is too grindy for me. And again, they just work like any other passives, but if you want a really good one, you have to do the grind, and it's too random. If you get the $5 Mog Pass, which lasts a month, which a new player will get for free, that is true. You get several boosts for farming summon boards and character boards, and guarantees that artifact buffs will always be red top. Oh, I wish I knew that. I didn't know about that last bit. So if you're a new player, like he said, you'll get one of those free Mog Passes for free. Assuming you could choose to use it at any time, I'd probably wait until you can start, until you feel comfortable to start doing
grinding for summon boards and character boards and stuff like that. If you're just doing story, I would hold off on doing stuff like that. And just to do that, it's in this top right corner on the home page. What was it? Yeah, this is what he's talking about. For 30 days, more enhancement points from those missions. Yeah. I don't know what this is, but yeah. That's what he was talking about. If you're a new player, you get a free month of that. I'd probably wait until you want to start grinding. Oh. I just thought of something. Characters have alternate costumes, but that costs real money. So I'll what is it? Costumes, here you go. If I wanted Precious costume, sadly, I cannot just get the costume. I have to spend practically 40 bucks to get a costume. You get gems out of it, but if I only wanted the costume, you have to spend almost 40 bucks. Well, thanks for the follow, Fiddler. Free to play. You started 10 days ago, now you understand what red passive means. Yeah. I feel like that's the last thing I needed to cover. So yeah, if you want costumes, you have to spend real money. Sadly, you can't buy the costume by itself. So that's up to you. That is up to you. And by the way, I know I said it earlier, but I'm going to say it again. I have not spent a dime on this. I've been playing for 2 years, give or take, and I have all this maxed out, so it can be done. Call of Duty kind of microtransactions. Okay. But I think that is the last I'm going to do of this. It's almost 3 hours. I think I covered all of my bases. This is more or less a how to start sort of thing, plus showing off a little bit of the new event. I hope I covered a lot, and as some other some other people in chat helped me out and helped clarifying things too. But again, thanks for everyone who showed up. I don't know how many times I'm going to do Dissidia streams. That might be something I'll plan for in the future. But normally I'm doing right now Fire Emblem, Thracia 7076 on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Pacific time. If you want to see the streams that are not on Twitch, they're on YouTube at ScottBot64 Stream Archives. I might do more Dissidia streams. I am not sure, and I don't have a schedule for that, so maybe just look at the schedule if I add that in. Anyway, have a good day.